We are getting reports that a second plane has just struck the World Trade Center. The scene is absolute chaos. The city was immediately overwhelmed. Emergency services rushed to the scene as the towers burned. And with the rising sun, the work was complete. A testament to resilience. Ready to look present-day New York glows beneath the sunrise. Suddenly, time freezes, and in this accelerated reverse time-lapse, centuries of development dissolve as skyscrapers give way to sailing ships. Long before the first skyscraper, this was the natural state of the island. Dense forests and flowing rivers. Thousands of years pass in the blink of an eye. Here, nature alone shapes the island that will one day be wilderness. In this untouched wilderness, the Native American people began to appear along the riverbanks. They haunt. A smooth historical time-lapse shows the island transforming. Lenape villages emerge, longhouses toodle landscapes. The peaceful landscape stood untouched for generations. Yet, unaware, ships from a nabazand. The tranquil rhythms of the Lenape homeland were soon to be interrupted. On the horizon, the first European ships appeared. We come in peace. Are these waters safe? Welcome to our lands. We are the Lenape. The arrival of the Dutch brought rapid change. Camps quickly grew into a bustling post where beaver pelts were exchanged for the first permanent Dutch colony slowly took shape as dense forests began clearing near the southern tip of the island. As the time-lapse accelerates, the simple wooden structures seamlessly morph into distinct Dutch colonial architecture. A strong wooden defensive fort gradually rises at the southern tip of Manhattan. Cannons are positioned past in a blur. Decades passed in a blur. The small outpost grew into a bustling colonial town, its rodent than the Tengids. The colony thrived beneath the golden sunset. But on the horizon, the silent approach of Infantiles. The year is 1664. As the massive English sailed into the harbor, the bustling Cologne major battle, the Dutch colony was handed over. The flag of the Netherlands came down, and the Union Jack was raised in its place. In a rapid transformation, the Dutch settlement gave way to the English city of New York, solidifying British monarchies. The time-lapse reveals the relentless growth of the port. What began as a scattering of wooden houses, dozens of sailing ships crowded the harbor, accelerating the city's economy. Warehouses expanded in, but this prosperity was fragile. As the soldiers marched in, the city held its breath. Braceroads gathered. As the clouds gathered, so too did the tension. British patrols increased their watch over New York. August 1776. The largest fleet ever assembled descends upon New York. What began as a peep, more water, we need more buckets now. It's moving too fast, save the records. Look out, the wall is coming down. Despite the occupation, the city endured. Merchants continued trading, and New York slowly rebuilt amidst the November 25, 1783, Evacuation Day. As the British fleet withdrew, the city of New York, in 1789, New York City was inaugurated as the first capital of the United States. Federal Hall quickly rudely a stick. The city rapidly evolves. Merchants established trading houses, laying the groundwork for what would become the popolis. The 19th century arrives as Manhattan rapidly expands northward. The island changes. A dramatic time-lapse shows New entering the industrial age. Factories appear, steamships fill the harbors hundreds. By the late 1800s, massive steamships crowded the harbor, carrying thousands towards an enter. In 1886, the Statue of Liberty was complete. Immigrant ships arrived in the harbor. They arrived in waves, carrying little but hope and the uncertain dream of a better future in a new world. Immigrant communities create neighborhoods across New York. Italian, Irish, Jewish, German, and many other copolis. The Industrial Revolution transforms New York. Factories expand along the waterfront. As the 20th century dawned, New York began building upward. Steel frameworks rose rapidly. New York enters the 20th century as a global city. Skyscrapers dominate the horizon. Before the turn of the millennium, the Twin Towers stood as undisputed giants over a thriving financial capital. The Twin Towers stood as symbols of New York's economic might, anchoring a skyline that never truly slept. Rising from the foundations, a new skyline emerges.
With new transit and towering beacons of light, New York once again stands among the world's greatest cities. The city rapidly adapts. By 2050, vertical gardens and clean energy define the new New York skyline.
The complete evolution of New York has just finished. Here are 7 hidden facts about New York that might completely change the way you see this city.
Fact number 1. Everyone knows the $24 story. But almost everyone knows it wrong. The exchange involved trade goods, and the famous $24 figure came much later. The fact number 2. This city speaks more languages than any other city on Earth.
More than 800 languages echo through New York every day. And fact number 3, even while New Yorkers sleep, their subway system keeps moving. The world's busiest transit systems daily. Fact number 4, nature here looks ancient. Engineers transformed rocky land into the world's most famous urban park. A city quietly exists beneath Manhattan's crowded streets. Miles of tunnels silently keep New York moving around the clock. Fact number 6, Wall Street wasn't named after money but after a real wooden wall, eventually became the symbol of global finance. Fact number 7, it's an economic powerhouse. Its economy rivals entire nations, shaping industries and else. And those are just a few of the incredible stories hidden beneath New York's streets and skyline. Some cities built nations. Others transformed the entire world. But one city became the bridge between civilizations. For more than 2,000 years, emperors, sultans and conquerors fought to possess this city. Guess this legendary city? Because in our next episode, we'll travel back thousands of years to witness its complete evolution. History isn't just about the past. It's the story of who we are, and how we got here. One city,
one story at a time. This is Evoverse. We'll see you in the next evolution.